I think it's a really amazing and special experience that they've started and that will hopefully keep on going for many more years to come.
Sharon and Jerry Miller are the founders of Trailways Camps. Trailways began with the Millers' vision of seeing a better quality of life for adults with special needs. This film will follow the journey of 6 campers back into their homes and show the impact that Trailways Camp had on their lives.
We feel, both Jerry and I, that each person is a child of God and is loved by God. And that was our duty and became our passion to let that love guide what we do.
Okay, this is Grandpa Jerry. This is Uncle Lou. This is Uncle Rob. This is Uncle Ben. This is my mom, Christina. And this is Grandma.
Working with adults with disabilities is a special challenge because most of the parents who have an adult child have had a lot of difficulty, a lot of failures in the community.
My mother's mother was blind. I grew up with somebody who had, I'm not even sure what the right term is anymore, but had an impairment. My grandfather one day made me walk the mall blind.
The campers at Trailways seem to be completely open and almost vulnerable to new people that they meet. And that does something on the inside of you where you begin to let your guard down and let your fears and your preconceived notions go.
Once when she was about 17, 18 years old is when she began to lose her balance and coordination, and that gradually, she declined until she had to begin using a walker for mobility. The first time she went water skiing and how proud she was of herself that she was able to do it, or the canoeing, or walking across the log. Those are things that are impressed upon her mind that she was able to accomplish while she was at Trailways Camp. What they've done is exceptional.
This is my fishing medal, and this is my teamwork medal. This is the first time I went to camp.
There's a group that I call the Protecting Mothers Club, who are protecting, rightly so, and want to make sure that that this camp they're going to go to is going to be safe for their child.
The whole scene is beautiful, you know. You've got the land and it's on the river.
We're going to show God's love through our actions, our attitudes.
It matters that you know I've been there, that you can trust me. I can't make things perfect. I can't make things always 100% so-so, but my heart you got. My heart you got.
Anthony is a very, very good boy. He's always happy. The cord wrapped around his neck. And my wife told me, I think there's something wrong. And she was right. He always wants to take care of that. He's always outside planting plants.
I got that when I was fishing. I kind of catfish in a Tim's bass. So, yeah, biggest fish caught.
You look good. Keep walking around the block. Start looking slick there. I'm proud of you. I said, if Daddy needs help, would you take care of Dad? What do you say, Anthony? Would you take care of Daddy if I need help?
Yeah.
See that? And you know what, man can ask for more.
I just think it's really cool that they started something like this, and the main thing that I think about is to have it keep going.
We had put in the paperwork to adopt, and the lady at the adoption agency says there's a young girl, a little girl at the Gabriel house. Do you want to go meet her? We did. We met her. She couldn't speak a word of English. Someone taught her to say, I love you too. She grabbed a hold of our hand, took her to some little playroom and said, I love you too. That was on a Thursday. By Saturday, she was in our house.
I came from Poland and I was at the airport and there's like cameras pointing right at me when I was getting off the plane, and I was like, why are cameras pointing at me? Like, am I a star? Am I a superstar? Am I like, what's happening? We did a talent show. These are different awards that I got. We did baseball, basketball. I was the youngest camper for all of them. Most talented camper, I did singing.
Well, she had never been away from home before, at a camp or anything like that before, but she was also at the time, gosh, probably 18, 19 years old. So it's about time to become more independent.
We don't know the number in Southwest Florida. We think it's at least 1,000. So that's one of my objectives, to continue to expand and find those people out there who we know are there, who could use and avail themselves of this wonderful camping experience.
Tiffany was born with a hole in her heart and fluid on her lungs. So right from the get-go, it was a struggle. When the doctors tell you they're not going to make it past this, you got to keep encouraging. You got to keep loving. It's like a spiritual thing. I keep telling her God watches us, and He allows these things to happen for us.
I've been at Trailways Camp 2 times. My favorite thing is going on a hayride. I went to fishing with Ben.
Don't take her away from me. As you see now, she's very alive and well.
Win a medal for the talent show. In the talent show, I sing Diamond in the Sky.
Talent show, that she loved that. That's all she talked about. And then she brought the video out. And we must have watched that thing 100 times because it was, you gotta see so-and-so. You gotta see how they acted. You should have seen her sing.
You know what we did at Trailways Camp? You know what I did?
I think he had a pretty good childhood, Jeremy did. We started speaking sign language very young age. He learns new signs and I have to tell him to slow down. He loves to learn and he's like a sponge. He just loves to learn. Learn about new things. Yeah. Go and see things. Okay, Mom's gonna sign. You sign back, okay? What do you remember? Do you remember going water skiing? And making a birdhouse? Do you remember that? Did you like that and have fun?
What was Jeremy's favorite thing he did at camp?
Basketball.
Basketball?
Was you scared to go to camp? No, it was fun, yes. Yeah. Anything else you want to say? What do you want to say? You're a good dude. It's a movie. It's recording. Camp. He's talking more than he has been. He's telling everybody how we're moving and going to Tennessee. Oh. And we're going to find a new house.
Someone not being used to adults with disabilities like myself wouldn't just jump in their world. You have to be invited by their warmth and their welcoming of who you are.
Why are dogs like trees? Because they both have bark.
Michael was born preemie. He was born at 6 months instead of 9, and 40% of premature babies have developmental delays, and this is one of them.
My name is Michael Nelson, and I've been attending Trailways Camp, and it's a great place to be.
I thought, what a neat thing. Michael's never been to camp, and this might be a great opportunity for him to meet some other kids and have fun. So we signed him up, and he loved it.
The water skiing was great.
We're proud of him for everything, just as long as he tries things. He always tries things. I said, Michael, try the dancing, try the camp, try this food, try.
I will say to my mom that thank you for telling me to try everything because I've done it all and I'm not so boring.
Do you have anything else you want to say about me or Trailways Camp or Goodwill or anything?
I think it's a wrap. I did good. What?
I would love to see Michael dance with his mother.
What would you like to do, kid?
Tango.
No, not tango. Let's do some rumba.
Thank you for entrusting your child with us for this short time.
If I could say anything to Sharon and Jerry, I'd thank them for everything they've done, for all that they're doing for these folks, because they really need, and along with Goodwill, it takes a village.
First thing I told my parents was it was a great time at the Trailways Camp. It was fun.
And I asked him, do you want to go back?
And I said, heck yeah.
We may never know how to measure the positive changes Trailways Camps has on an individual with special needs, or how new friendships can influence their lives. If love can be measured with hugs, or happiness counted with smiles, then perhaps this invisible veil between the needy and the needed will become smaller with each Trailways campfire. Experience the joy of Trailways by volunteering, perhaps funding an activity, field trip, or sponsoring a new camper, someone you may already know, for this amazing journey called Trailways Camps.